Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best camera for street photography.
Starting at number 5.
Canon EOS M50 Mark. The Canon EOS M cameras are not as stylish as many other models on this list, nor, for that matter, as capable. But the series remains enduringly popular for the simple reason that these APS-C mirrorless cameras get the job done well at an affordable price, and are easy to carry everywhere thanks to their lightweight construction. The Canon EOS M52 is the best one that's ever been made, possibly the best one that ever will be made, considering how aggressively Canon is pushing the EOS R series as its mirrorless one-stop shop. Still, for now, the EOS M52 is available and cheap and a solid choice for street photographers. It also features in our roundup of best Canon mirrorless cameras. A relatively cheap camera that's designed to be good at a bit of everything, the EOS M50 Mark II manages to pack a lot into a body weighing just 387 g. It handles nicely, with a generously sized EVF and a fully articulating touchscreen that can be set to any angle. And while EFM lenses aren't exactly numerous, they are at least compact, and you can build yourself a relatively slim setup that won't attract attention on the street. Image quality is generally very good, making the most of the APS-C sensor, and the snappy 7.4 frames per second burst rate should stand you in good stead to capture fleeting moments. You can up that to 10 frames per second with fixed focus if you're feeling brave or have set up a shot. ISO-wise, the camera can manage up to 51,200, though you're probably going to want to stick to 12,800 or so to make sure you get usable results.
Coming at number 4.
Fujifilm X100V. The whole Fujifilm X100 series has been a favorite with street photographers looking for a properly advanced, compact camera. What you get in essence is a lot of the controls of the X Pro and XT cameras in a smallish body with a fixed lens. It's not just any lens either, but a highly regarded lens with a nice wide aperture. While the focal length of this lens is the same 35mm equivalent as that in the X100F, it is definitely sharper across the frame and offers quite a lot more contrast, which makes it an even better choice than the already very good previous model. Understandably, people are attracted to the way this camera looks, but it's equally beautiful within. This model has both practical handling and good performance in abundance. Physical dials and buttons give the camera an air of simple operation, which it indeed has. But dive into the menu and you'll see a host of controls, features and functions, as well as Fujifilm's extensive collection of film simulation presets for JPEG shooters. Fuji is famous for its color and monochrome looks, and consequently plenty of Fuji users don't bother to shoot in RAW.
At number 3.
Leica Q3. This is thus, of course, not a viable option for everybody. Leica are firmly in the business of premium, high-end luxury cameras, and $5,995/£5,300 is a huge investment for any camera, never mind a fixed-lens compact. However, by combining a full-frame sensor with a fixed prime lens, the Leica Q series represents something unique on the camera market. Sony and Zeiss have tried this combination, but only Leica has been able to stick it out. The Leica Q2 was an utterly sublime compact, to the point where we wondered if Leica would even bother making a successor. The formula was so perfectly distilled there didn't seem to be much room for improvement. But the Leica Q3, when it did arrive, put the kibosh on that notion. With a higher resolution 60.3MP full-frame sensor, a new tilting screen and an upgraded autofocus system, it's a much more potent and versatile camera than any previous Q model, and all its various strengths make it a perfect tool for street photography. Once again, the fixed Summalex 28mm f/1.7 ASPH lens is optically stabilized, and in a clever touch, the camera will only activate it when it detects a slow enough shutter speed is being used to warrant its use. It's effective enough to allow for sharp shots at shutter speeds as slow as 1/6 second.
Number 2 of my list.
Ricoh GR III. I'm not alone being a big fan of the Ricoh GR series that followed the original GR1 film camera, one of which I still have. The series has been legendary in the street and travel photography communities for very good reasons. compact dimensions, rugged build and outstanding lens quality. For me the series went a little off the boil in the early digital days, but the GR3 certainly recovers that lost ground, and is an excellent performer. The key attraction has been the combination of a truly compact camera and first-rate images. The latest version offers both of these qualities. The wide-angle lens, 28mm equivalent, might seem a little tricky for street work, but the size of the camera allows us to use it in really close proximity to people in the street without drawing attention, ideal for crowded places. This model has an updated AF system that is very quick and accurate, and the combined efforts of the sensor and the optics mean we get very sharp and detailed images. It's worth noting that there is no viewfinder at all with this camera, and that the rear screen, necessary for live view, is fixed in position. This rather limits the range of angles we can shoot from easily, but the screen is of good quality and offers a clear view even when not directly in front of your face. A couple of accessory viewfinders are available, including one that matches a wide-angle converter. They may look cool, but are hefty kit and are, frankly, unnecessary. Also, don't forget that in 2021 Ricoh added the GR III, which has a 40mm equivalent f/2.8 lens. That model is perhaps better than suited for macro and portraits than the wide-angle GR3.
And number 1.
Panasonic Lumix DMC. Launched at the beginning of 2018, the Panasonic Lumix GX9 may well be the oldest camera in this group, yet still holds its own with a number of special features. The rangefinder style trims off protruding parts, so it remains compact and easy to fit in a coat pocket or a small bag, and, despite a nice solid build that withstands drops and scrapes, it weighs only 450 g. Although not fitted with the same 20MP sensor as is used in the top-of-the-line Lumix G9, the Lumix GX9 produces excellent image quality, plenty of dynamic range, nice color, and is capable of recording a lot of fine detail. RAW files are excellent, and JPEG users will enjoy plenty of control. The collapsible kit lens is handy and surprisingly sharp, but designed to a price that doesn't make the most of the camera's AF system. Street photographers might consider the Leica DG 25mm f/1.4 or the Leica DG 15mm f/1.7 as alternatives that will bring out the best in the camera and still keep it very small. Built-in stabilization helps in street photography, not so much for compensating for the wobble of long lenses as much as for controlling camera shake in low light conditions without having to crank the ISO too far. The stabilization is very effective, though the 4 stops of compensation is a little short of the very latest models, and when combined with a fast aperture lens, it's surprising how good results can be achieved in very dim conditions.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.